Up next on News 4 Brockport, how the college is dealing with discrimination on campus.
Also, what SUNY's new Move the Box policy means for convicted felons who want to go to college.
And we'll be taking a look at Brockport's very own record label, Golden Eagle Records, and see what inroads they're making in the music industry. News 4 Brockport starts right now. I'm Jordan Solcheski.
And I'm Priscilla Sue. Thanks for joining us. We begin tonight with a closer look at how Brockport deals with bias-related incidents on campus. Dr. Cephas Archie, the new Chief Diversity Officer on campus, talked to us about what he is doing to make sure everyone has a voice.
We had a bias-related incident report that was submitted utilizing the institution system, and that's the relevance of it being implemented and being utilized for that reason, to have a stationary point where incidents that are considered bias of any nature are able to be processed, vetted, investigated, and responded to accordingly.
Dr. Archie tells us that university police and student conduct play a huge role in handling incidents. One important thing to note is the difference between a bias-related incident and a hate crime, because they are handled differently.
Hate crime is something that an action or words that specifically target the malice, if you would, of a specific cultural group. A bias related, and its purpose is often intentional, like there is an intent to harm or to have some type of negative response or reaction projected onto a categorized group of people. A bias-related incident can be many things, but it's about the intent that really separates the two. If I go out and make a mistake regarding how I identify a person unintentionally without being aware that something that I said could have been offensive because of my own lack of knowledge, my own lack of cultural intelligence.
Although it is important to identify problems when they happen, Dr. Archie says it is more important how you respond to them. People reporting problems need to feel like something is actually being done about them.
Every person who is in every classroom, who is in every student organization, who is in every student leadership position, must take on the responsibility that we each have a duty to each other to embody the characteristics of this work. There are people that are in every one of these groups who are listening to potential offensive conversations that are hurting other people and aren't even aware of it, that are seeing these discriminatory or possibly bias-related incidents occurring in the cafeteria, in the parking lot, in the locker room, on a sheet of paper. Again, so are we expecting only certain people to uphold that mantle of this is our Brockport and not holding ourselves responsible to say, this is my part. This is my part in the building a better Brockport together.
A new report shows that the College at Brockport is ranked in the top 100 for quality and value graduating. According to U.S. News and World Report, Brockport is ranked number 64 among all Northern Regional universities. The report also shows an increase in graduation rates. 68% of students who began college at Brockport in 2010 graduated in the class of 2016. U.S. News predicted only 55% would graduate. Brockport was among several SUNY universities that were recognized on this year's list.
The Village of Brockport needs your help. The Village Welcome Center and Eagle Service Corps are looking for volunteers to clean the exterior of the Welcome Center. Cleanup begins Saturday, September 23rd at 9 in the morning. If you're interested in helping out, you can contact Nicole Van Wee at nvanwee@brockport.edu.
Brockport plans to use the historic Erie Canal for a new research lab. Brockport has developed a canal lab that gives students and faculty a baseline to perform research based on the canal. There will be a meeting on September 18th from 3:30 to 5 o'clock in the Liberal Arts Building to discuss the groundwork for the lab. These projects are interdisciplinary, so all majors are welcome. For more information, contact Greg Garvey or Jose Torre.
A teacher from Brockport Central School District has been named New York State's Teacher of the Year. Fourth grade teacher Christopher Albright has been teaching in the Brockport district for 20 years. He began as a fifth grade teacher and moved down to fourth grade after 7 years. As part of the honor, Albright will have a chance to be an ambassador to other teachers. in the state throughout the next year. He will also get to travel to the White House and meet the president.
Talon Television recently received a generous gift from WROC News 8 in Rochester. Chantel Yawson has the story.
I'm standing here in Studio A, and behind me is our new donated set by WROC Channel 8 News. We had a sit-down interview with Professor Jenny Rozelle to talk about this new set.
Channel 8 is a CBS affiliate news station in Rochester, New York, and many of our alums are working at Channel 8. And so one of my very first students, Adam Blossom, heard people talking about getting rid of the old set and getting the new set, and they were just going to throw it in the dumpster. And he goes, wait a minute, Brockport could really use these sets. And so he talked to the assistant chief engineer, and the chief engineer had been out here a couple of years ago, saw what we had, and he's like, yeah, they really need a set. So they ended up giving it to us to help us out. Amazingly, we got this huge set. We just thought it was going to be the new set, which is like the panel behind the anchor desk, and some people thought we were just going to get the anchor desk, but they actually gave us the risers, the anchor desk, the new set behind it, plus the toppers, in addition to giving us 3 walls of the weather set. And they gave us what they call a lemonade stand, which you could use as an interview or like a single stand-up, like if you're doing updates or sports or something like that. So we got a huge, I don't know how big that studio was, but we got like the entire set of everything from Channel 8. And so really what we're going to have to do is, as a committee, those faculty and staff members who work in the studio, is what are we going to do with this? How are we going to rearrange this? And actually Kim Young, another professor in the communication department, and I were talking on Monday, and we were thinking of, we found some other space that isn't being used, so we're thinking maybe adding a 3rd studio, and so that way we can have a weather center, and then we can also have a weather desk down in the studio, and we can have interview sets like upstairs, and then we want to utilize all of our space.
As you can see, we have quite some work to do assembling this set. This is Chantel Yawson, News for Brockport.
Thanks, Chantel. Eagle Service Corps is looking for volunteers for National Voter Registration Day on September 26th. Volunteers are needed for 3 locations: Brockport Oak Orchard Community Health, Albion Oak Orchard Community Health, and the Union Square on campus. Before you start, you will need to complete a brief training. Time slots for training are listed on the page for the event on My Brockport. Contact Nicole Van Wee for more information.
Olympic gold medalist Abby Wambach is coming to campus. BSG is hosting the 2-time Olympic gold medalist as its featured fall lecturer. The event will take place on October 21st at 8 p.m. in the Cirque. Tickets are $10 for students and can be purchased at the BSG box office or online at bsgtickets.com.
SUNY college application just made a change. Applicants are no longer asked to indicate whether or not they have ever been convicted of a crime. However, if they are accepted to a SUNY school, they may once again be asked to answer the question. Criminal history will be questioned only if they wish to live on campus or to participate in clinical field or study abroad program. The New York State Assembly passed the resolution to remove the question back in the spring. New York State representatives and students alike hope this change will give a second chance to those who wish to improve their lives.
Rochester's annual Fringe Fest kicks off this weekend. The festival features more than 500 performances in various venues, including theaters, art galleries, and cafes. There are also pop-up shows on the streets, parking lots, and tents throughout the Rochester neighborhood of the Arts Districts. Tickets for the events are available online at rochesterfringe.com, over the phone, or at the box office. The festival will run until September 23rd.
Speaking of this weekend, there are a lot of great events coming up for you on campus. On Thursday evening, catch the BSG-sponsored movie Despicable Me in the Union Ballroom at 9 o'clock. Then, on Friday, you can start your weekend off with the Good Vibes Party, sponsored by OSAD. The fun starts at 6. Saturday is Brockport's annual football game for charity against St. John Fisher. This year, Fisher will host the game, and BSG is providing buses for Brockport students. Meet at the Cirque bus stop at 3:45 to catch a ride. Kickoff is at 6.
Attention Brockport students, the 17th Annual Diversity Conference is coming up. It will take place on Thursday, October 5th from 8:30 in the morning until 8 at night. This year's theme is Intersectionality in Justice and Equity. The conference is set to explore intersections between diverse groups of individuals. The keynote speaker this year is American author Wes Moore. Registration for the events is open now and will stay open until the morning of the conference.
Golden Eagle Records is a great place for students interested in music to collaborate. News 4's Cassandra Battisti took a closer look into what makes this club so special.
I'm here in the Tower of Fine Arts where Brockport's very own record label meets each week. Golden Eagle Records, formerly known as Screaming Eagle Records, gives students the chance to experience the music industry right here at Brockport.
So I was looking for other outlets on campus and I came across this and I just thought it was perfect for me. I've always wanted to record music. I write music a lot and I've always wanted to be able to express myself in that way. And so when I found this, I was like, yes, like I need to be a part of it, so that's why I joined.
This organization gives students a chance to record and mix their own music while promoting them across Western New York. Students also can join the club's cover band and perform at their live events.
I play lead guitar and Josh here is our drummer. I actually took over the lead guitar spot from Travis Eli last year, and our other drummer, Cameron, left, so Josh stepped in.
Finding members for a band can be pretty tough, so having the club where everybody has this love of music already and then starting a band with that, you know you're going to get people that are dedicated to doing something special. So like when the campus needs music or anything for events they're putting on, we played Wing Fest when they're doing that. They needed live music and we're always ready to go because we just love playing.
Students don't have to be interested in pursuing a music career after college. It's for anyone with a love for music.
It helps you become more familiarized, so.
And I'm an accounting major, so like while this is not my path in life, I've always wanted that musical outlet.
Golden Eagle Records meets every Tuesday in Tower 120. Cassandra Battisti, News 4 Brockport.
Well, that's all the time we have for News 4 Brockport.
Thanks for watching.